Hello friends, welcome to Online Study for You. This is Pratik Srivastava here, and our today's topic of discussion is time and work. So in this video, we are going to understand the basics of time and work, and then we will be also understanding the high level question, the difficult level question, what has been asked in the TCS exam, and the same kind of questions we can expect in the TCS exam as well. So starting with the time and work, the first concept which we are going to discuss is M1 D1 H1 divided by W1 is equals to M2 D2 H2 divided by W2, where M will be number of men, it can be women also, it can be children also, it can be boys also, where D will be number of days, right? Okay, D will be number of days and H will be number of hours and W will be equal to work. So friends, this formula is very simple. M1 D1 H1 divided by W1 and then is equals to M2 D2 H2 divided by W2. Now it depends upon the question. If hours is not given, then we can remove hours, we can only proceed with the man and days. So let's solve one or two questions and then we will get the idea how we have to proceed it. So this question has been asked in TCS NQT 2020 exam, right? Okay, and this kind of questions we can expect in the coming exams also. So let's try to solve, and on the basis of the question number 1 we have few more questions also. So we'll understand the concept, we'll understand the basics, and then we will try to solve the question. So if it takes 10 3D printers 10 minutes to print 10 models, how long it take 100 printers to print 100 models? Okay, now the number of printers if you'll see, then number of printers we will assume here, which is nothing but number of men. So number of printer is equal to 10, and if we'll talk about the time, then time is given, hour is given, even you can write minutes, So if we'll talk about the time, then time is nothing but 10 minutes. Then, and how many models they are able to print? So they are able to print only 10 model. So printing 10 model is nothing but work. So now my work will be 10. Then what has been asked to you? How long it take 100 printers? So if we will talk about the number is nothing but 100 printers, and how much work they are doing? So they are printing 100 modules, and what you have to find out? You have to find out the time. Now my formula is M1 D1 and H1 is not there, so I will write T1 divided by W1 is equals to M2 T2 and divided by W2. Now M1 will be 10, and then if we talk about time, then time will be 10 and divided by W. So how much work they are able to do? So they are able to print 10 models, will be equal to M2. M2 is nothing but 100. If we talk about time we have to calculate, so I will write T2, and if we talk about work will be 100 cancel, this and this cancel, then T2 will be equal to what? Then T2 will be equal to what? So you can see 10 into 10 and divide by 10. So you can see 10 3D printers 10 minutes to print 10 models. So 10 into 10 divided by 10. Now how long it will take? 100 printers. So 100 into T2, time you have to calculate, divide by 100. So time will be equal to 10 minutes, and this is nothing but our answer for this question, right? Okay, so how much time it will take? 10 minutes, and that is what our answer is. Now moving towards the question number 2. Question number 2 is 21 binders can bind 1400 books in 15 days. So now what is M1 here? See, again I can write down the formula. M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. If you have hours, then you put hours here. If you have minute, you can put minute also, right? Now here we can see we have M1 D1 by W1. Now what is M1? So 21 binders. So number of men is 21, and they are able to bind 1400 book. So binding 1400 book is nothing but work. And how much time? So if we'll talk about the days, then days is 15 days. Days is 15 days. Now M2. So how many binders? So M2 you have to calculate, will be required to bind 800 books. So if we'll talk about the work will be 800 because they are going to bind 800 books. And if we'll talk about the days, then days will be nothing but 20 days. Now M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. M1 is what? 21, D1 is what? 15, and divided by work is nothing but 1400, will be equal to M2 we have to calculate. If we'll talk about days is nothing but 20. If we'll talk about work is nothing but 800. Now friends, you can see 20 and 20 cancel, and then 7 2 ja, 7 3 ja, and from here 4 2 times and 4 5 times, 2 and 2 cancel, and 5 will cancel this by 3 times. So the number of binders required to bind 800 books in 20 days is nothing but 9. So 9 will be the correct answer for question number 2. Now moving towards the question number 3. So question number 3 is based on the basic concept of time and work. So before solving this question, friends, I am going to teach you the basic concept of time and work, and then you will be able to explain all those things. Now suppose if I say A can complete a work in 10 days and B can complete a work in 15 days, then together A plus B will be able to complete this work in how many days? So friends, I am going to teach you LCM method. Let's see how you are going to apply LCM method in this kind of question. So take the LCM of these two numbers. So either you take LCM or you take a number which is divisible by both. So LCM of both of this number or the least number which will be divisible by both will be 30. And once you take LCM, that becomes work, and that becomes our work. Now 30 you divide by 10, it will go by 3 times. 30 you divide by 15, that you go by 2 times. So this becomes your efficiency. Now efficiency of A. So friends, A efficiency is nothing but 3 and B efficiency is nothing but 2. Now the meaning of efficiency is A is able to do 3 work in a day and B is able to do 2 work in a day. So that is the only meaning of efficiency. Now friends, see this question how we have made it very simple. We took the LCM is nothing but 30, and once we take LCM, that becomes our work. Now 30 if we divide by 10, it will go by 3 times. 30 if we divide by 15, it will go by 2 times. Now A efficiency is 3 and B efficiency is 2. That means A can do 3 work in a day and B can do 2 work in a day. Now they have to complete 30 work. So A plus B together are able to do 5 work in a day. So for completing 30 work, they will take 6 days. Now friends, you can do questions based on this. So if you get questions from anywhere or from internet or from any book, then you can use the same concept and you will be able to solve the question. And if this concept, if you didn't understand, then don't worry. So in our time and work, this kind of questions will be more. We will be able to understand. We will be easily able to understand. So you don't have to worry. Now you can see, suppose you can clean 3 chairs in a day. You can clean 3 chairs in a day, and if you are working for 10 days, then you will be able to clean 3 chairs in 10 days. Now friends, you see, you are able to clean only 3 chairs. That is nothing but your efficiency. You are efficient to clean only 3 chairs, and you are working for 10 days. Then you are able to clean 30 chairs, which is nothing but a work. So days into efficiency will be equal to work. So days into efficiency will be equal to work. Work is nothing but once we take LCM or we assume a number which is divisible by both, that becomes our work. Now you can see 10 into 3 will be 30 and 15 into 2 will be 30. So days into efficiency will be our work. So this you would have understood. Now let's solve the question asked in the TCS 2020, right? Okay, and based on that we will have few more questions. So you don't think that we are solving the previous year questions. So based on that, the concept, once we are understanding the basic concept, and then we are trying to solve more number of questions based on that. Now in the normal case, Rabi, Sanjay and Mukund can each individually build a wall in 5, 8 and 10 days. So friends, in the normal case you can see Rabi, Sanjay and Mukund can do a work in 5 days, 8 days and 10 days. Okay, so this actually we don't have to take LCM and solve, but to understand the concept I am doing it. So the LCM will be what? So you can see the LCM will be 40. Now 40, if 5 will divide by 8 times, 8 will divide by 5 times and 10 will divide by 4 times. So once we take LCM or you assume a number, that becomes our work. Now if I ask you, Rabi, Sanjay and Mukund will be able to complete this work in how many days? So this is their efficiency. That means Ravi can do 8 work in a day, Sanjay can do 5 work in a day and Mukund can do 4 work in a day. So together they will be able to do 17 work in a day. So for completing 40 work, they will take 40 by 17 days, right? So this has not been asked in the question, but for making you understand this concept, I have done this. So actual problem starts from here. See, the concept remains same. So whatever I have taught you, the concept remains same. The only thing is you have to understand it and then you have to solve it. So due to difficult terrain and slushy condition at the site, the individual time required for each to complete the work has increased by 20%, 25% and 50% respectively. So due to some unavoidable situation now, Ravi will be taking 20% more time. So earlier Ravi was taking 5 days, now Ravi will take 20% more. So friends, now in percentage also I will explain, and here also I am explaining you. If 20% more, if 20% profit, or if 20%, any kind of 20% profit, 20% of more, or by any chance if 20% is increasing, then add it to 100 and divide it by 100. Add it to 100 and divide by 100. So add it to 100 and divide it by 100. So now you can see this will be 26 ja and 25 ja, 5 and 5 cancel. So now Ravi will be taking 6 days. Same thing, Sanjay, if you'll see, then Sanjay is taking now 25% more. So earlier Sanjay was taking 8 days, 25% more means add it to 100, divided by 100, add it to 100, divided by 100. So 25 5 ja, 25 4 ja, 4 2 ja. So Sanjay will be taking 10 days. And if we'll talk about Mukund, then Mukund, earlier it was taking 10 days, now Mukund will be taking 50% more. So 150 divided by 100, 100 plus 50 divided by 100. So 53 ja, 52 ja and 2 5 ja. Now Mukund will be taking 15 days. Now you can see friends here, Ravi will be taking 6 days, Sanjay will be taking 10 days and Mukund will be taking 15 days. Now you have to take LCM. So LCM you can take 30, or you can assume a number which is divisible by all three. 30. Now 30 you divide by 6 5 times, 30 you divide by 10 3 times, 30 you divide 15 2 times. This becomes our efficiency. Now, so Ravi, Sanjay and Mukund will be able to do 5 plus 3 plus 2. That means total 10 work in a day. Total 10 work in a day. So for completing 30 work, they will be taking 3 days. See, they are able to do 10 work in a day. So in 2 days, they will be able to do 20 work. In 3 days, they will be able to do 30 work. That means 3 days. Option number A will be the correct answer for the question number 3. Now moving towards the question number 4. Question number 4 is a very important question, and this kind of questions you can expect in the TCS NQT your coming phase 2 exam. So let's see how we are going to solve this. In how many days B alone can complete the work? See, from friends, from question number 4 I am going to teach you many other things, so you have to be little careful when we are solving the question, right? So in how many days B alone can complete the work? In how many days B alone can complete the work? Now A plus B together can complete the work in 8 days. B plus C together can complete the work in 10 days, and A plus C together can complete the work in 12 days. Now, so this information is given in the question, nothing else, and you have to find out B alone can complete the work in how many days. Now friends, just take the LCM, or you can assume a number which is divisible by all three. You can assume any number, there is no restrictions on that. So I can assume 120 here. If you want to take the LCM, you can take the LCM as well. Now 120 will be nothing but by my work. See, once you take LCM or you assume a number which is divisible by all three, that becomes our work. Sir, how will come to that 120 will be divisible by all three? So you can take the LCM. So in my HCF and LCM video, I have taught you how you can take the LCM of this number, right? Okay, now let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this. So 120 will get divided by 8 by 15 times, 120 will get divided by 10 by 12 times, and 120 by 12, that means 10 times. That becomes our efficiency. Now A plus B can do 15 work in a day, B plus C can do 12 work in a day, and A plus C can do 10 work in a day. Now if I will add this, then you see 2A are there. So 2A plus, you see 2B are there, then this will become 2B plus, and then see 2C are there. So 2C is equals to, if you'll add the efficiency, then 15 plus 12 is 27, 27 plus 10 is 37. So their efficiency will be 37. Now 2 you take common, so A plus B plus C will be equal to 37. So A plus B plus C will be equal to 37 by 2. That means friends, A plus B plus C efficiency we have got 37 by 2. That means A plus B plus C, that means A plus B plus C can do 37 by 2 work, can 37 by 2 work in a day. Now what has been asked? But what has been asked to you in the question, in how many days B alone can complete the work. Now how should I get B? So friends, you see A plus B plus C efficiency is nothing but 37 by 2 days. 37 by 2 days. And then you see here A plus C efficiency is what? A plus C efficiency is 10. See, in the hurry, don't subtract the days. Don't subtract the days. Once you take LCM, then there is no use of days. So A plus B plus C we got and A plus C we got. Now I am going to subtract A plus B plus C minus A minus C. So 37 by 2 minus 10. I am going to subtract this. So see, if you will subtract, then minus A and minus plus will become minus. So here also it will become minus. Now A and A cancel, C and C cancel. So B will be equal to, so if you will take LCM, then 20, if you will subtract from 37, then 17 by 2. So the efficiency of B, we got 17 by 2. That means B can complete 17 by 2 work, and you can say 8.5 work in a day. Now B has to complete how much work? See, they are telling B alone can complete the work. So B has to complete 120 work. So B in one day can complete 17 by 2 work. So for completing 120 work, B will be taking 17 divided by 2, 2 will go up. So 240 by 17 days will be your answer. So this was a very good question, and lot of concepts are hidden in this question. So please try to understand and then you try to solve it. Moving towards the question number 5. Question number 5 is, a man can finish a work in 18 days and B can finish the same work in half the time taken by A. Then working together, what part of the same work they can finish in a day? So friends, this question is very simple. See, I taught you question number, till now I taught you 4 questions. Now if this question will be asked in exam, then you will tell, sir, you have not taught this question. So friends, frankly speaking, this question is not different at all. See, I am teaching you concept and I cannot say the same question will come in the exam. I am teaching you the concept, and whatever concept till now I have taught you, based on that only you can solve this question. So let's see what they are telling in the question. A man can say, or even you can say, A can finish a work in 18 days and B can finish the same work in half the time taken by A. So A is taking 18 days, so B can finish this work in 9 days. So B is taking only half time taken. So whatever time A is taking, so B is taking half the time taken by A. Now see, if you take the LCM, then LCM will be 18. And if you take LCM or you assume a number which is divisible by both of the things, that becomes our work. Now 18 if we divide by 18, it will go by 1 time. 18 if we divide by 9, it will go by 2 times. This becomes our efficiency. So the A efficiency is 1 and the B efficiency is 2. That means if they will work together, then they will be able to complete 3 work in a day. 3 work in a day. So total what is the work? So friends, so whatever you take LCM or whatever you assume the number, that becomes our total work. So suppose here the total work is 18, and in one day working together, they are able to do 3 work. That means you can say 1 by 6th. That means you can say 1 by 6th of the part of the work A and B are able to do working together. So option B will be the correct answer. Now friends, many students will have the confusion, so I am going to clear that confusion. Sir, you are always telling that assume a number which is divisible by both. So I am going to assume here 36, because 36 will be also divisible by both. Yes friends, you can do that. Still your answer will be same. Now 36 if we divide by 18, 2 times. 36 if we divide by 9, it will be 4 times, and that becomes our efficiency. Now friends, you can see A efficiency is 2 and B efficiency is 4. So if they will work together, then they will be able to finish 6 work in a day. So total is 36 work, and if they are finishing 6 work in a day, that means they are able to do 1 by 6th part of your work in a day, and option B is the correct answer. So friends, whatever I am saying is correct. So what you can do is either you can assume a number, or you can take the LCM. In both the cases you are going to get the same answer. Moving towards the question number 6. So question number 6 is a very, very important question, and in this question I am going to use the concept of Mountain Dew. So these things already I have taught you in the question number 1, like days into efficiency is equals to work. So you can see here, this is days and this is efficiency and this is work. So the same thing I have taught you in question number 1, but now you are going to see the application of that in the question. A can complete a work in 16 days and B can complete a work in 12 days. So starting with A, they work on alternate days, so the total work will be completed in how many days? So friends, alternate day problems, so this also might be asked in your TCS exam. So let's see what is alternate day problem and how do we solve this kind of problem. So A can complete a work in 16 days. So A can complete the work in 16 days and B can complete the work in 12 days. So friends, first thing what you do is you take the LCM. So if you take the LCM will be what? 48, or you assume a number which is divisible by both. So that is nothing but 48 in this case. So 16 4ja and 16 3ja will be 48 and 12 4ja will be 48, and that becomes our efficiency. Now the meaning of efficiency should be very clear. A can do 3 work in a day, 3 work in 1 day, and B can do 4 work in a day. 4 work in a day. This is very important, so I am going to explain you here. Now starting with A. So A is starting the work and they are working alternate days. See, the day A is working, B is not working, B is taking rest, and when B is working, that time A is not working. So like this, A, B, keep going on till then the work gets completed, and they are asking in how many days the work will get completed. Right friends? Okay. Now you can see they are able to complete 7 work in 2 days. They are able to complete 7 work in 2 days. 7 work in 2 days. Now what is the total work, friends? So total work is 48. Total work is 48. So 7 into 7 will be 49. 7 into 7 will become 49. So we will not multiply by 7. So we will multiply by 6 and we will multiply by 6 here. So I can see in 12 days, they will be able to complete 42 work. In 12 days, they will be able to complete 42 work. See, I cannot take 14 days because in 14 days, if I multiply by 7 here, then the total work they will complete will become 49. But the total work is only 48 work. So in 12 days, they completed 42 work. Now what is the work pending? So the work pending is 6 work. Now 6 work. So how they work? A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. So 12 days. So 12th days B completed. Till here they completed 42 work. Now A has to work. So A is completing how many work in a day? So A is completing 3 work in a day. So in the 6, A will complete 13th day. 13th day A will complete 3 work. So the remaining work will be 3. The remaining work will be 3. Right? Okay. So in 13 days, friends, I can say in 13 days they have completed 42 plus 3, 45 work. Now 3 work is pending. So after A, who will work? B will work. So B is able to complete. So B is able to complete 4 work in a day. So for completing 3 work, B will be taking 3 by 4 of the days. So total time they took to complete the 48 work is nothing but 13 days. 13 days plus 3 by 4 days. 13 days plus 3 by 4 days, and this also can be written as 13 3 by 4 days. So the answer for this question will be 13 3 by 4 days, and this is a very important question, but we have solved it using the short tricks. So friends, this question you watch it again and you should be able to understand this question. So if you have any doubt with respect to that, then you can ping us on WhatsApp. We will try to answer it. But if you're not understanding, then what you can do, you can just and you can watch it again and again on YouTube, or if it is on Google Drive, then definitely you'll be able to understand that. Now moving towards the question number 7. So question number 7 is, A is thrice as good as workman as B and takes 10 days less to do a piece of work than B takes. B alone can do the whole work in. So friends, this question is very important, and this question I am going to teach you again some more concept, so that if in exam, if you get this kind of question, you will be easily able to tackle that, right? A is thrice as good as workman as B. So friends, this line is what? A is thrice as good as workman as B. So friends, they're talking about the efficiency here. They're talking about the efficiency here. See, A is 3 times as good as B. If B is doing one work in a day, then A will be able to do 3 work in a day. Then A will be able to do 3 work in a day, right friends? See, A is thrice as good. So thrice as good means what? If B is able to do only one work, then A will be able to do 3 work in a day. Now let's see friends what we are going to do. So this is my efficiency, and you write days here, and then you write A here, and then you write B here. Okay, so this is nothing but it's given in terms of efficiency. If B is able to do only one work in a day, then A will be able to do 3 work in a day. Then A will be able to do 3 work in a day, right? Okay, so till here it is clear. Now what I'm going to tell you is you can assume any value of B here. So assume the value of B is 1, then A will become 3. Friends, you can assume any value of B. You can assume 2, you can assume 3, you can assume 4, anything, answers will be getting same. But if you assume 1, then your question will be easy. Now, if we'll talk about the days, then what they're telling, A is thrice as good as workman as B and takes 10 days less to do a piece of work than B takes. So suppose if B is taking X, then A will be taking X minus 10 days. Friends, this is true also, because A efficiency is more. If efficiency is more, then you will take less time. Then if the time which you will be taking is less time. Now friends, let's go back to the Mountain Dew formula. Mountain Dew formula is days into efficiency. Days into efficiency will be equal to work. Days into efficiency. Now the work done by A and the B will be same. Work done by A and B will be always same. Now you see, 3 into x minus 10 will be equal to 1 into x. Work done will be equal to days into efficiency. Days into efficiency, days into efficiency. Now you try to solve this. So 3x minus 30 will be equal to x, and then you can see 2x will be equal to 30, and then x will be equal to 15, and then x will be equal to 15. Now this will become 15, and this will become 5, and this will become 5. What they're asking in the question? So B alone can do the whole work in. So B alone can do the whole work in how many days? 15 days. So work will be always same, friends. Don't get confused. You can easily do this question. Now I'm going to tell you one more question. See, if B is 30% more efficient than A and can complete the work in 13 days, then A plus B will complete the work in how many days? So this is a bonus question for you, friends. So let's see, this question is also based on the same concept. Now B is 30% more efficient. So friends, I told you, if 30% more, that means add it to 100 and divide it to 100. See friends, this question, you do or die this concept you remember, friends, because without this concept you cannot clear quantitative aptitude. So if any time if it is more, then add it to 100, then 130 divided by 100, and it is 30% more than A. So this will become your equation in terms of efficiency, because they have given in terms of efficiency. 0 and 0 is cancelled. Now you write A, you write B, and here you write efficiency, here you write days. Okay, now A efficiency I will assume 10. Why 10? See, you can assume anything. The only thing is, if A efficiency will assume 10, then 10 and 10 will get cancelled, and B value will become 13, and it will be in whole number. It will be easy for you to solve. Now A plus B efficiency will become 10 plus 13 is nothing but 23. Now what they are telling is, B is 30% more efficient than A and can complete the work in 13 days. So friends, this I will take 23 days so that your question will be easy. So B can complete the work in 23 days. Now what has been asked? So A plus B will complete the work in how many days? Then again I say, work done by everybody will be same. So work done by A plus B will be equal to work done by B. Now work done by A plus B will be equal to 23 into this days you have to calculate into D is equals to, you can write 13 into 23. Now 23 cancel, that means A plus B will be able to complete the work in 13 days, and this is all about time and work. So friends, I am telling you again, I am teaching you the concepts here, so do not expect the same question in the exam, but yes, you can expect the questions based on the same concept, because time and work does not have any other concept to be employed. Now I am going to tell you one more concept based on the wages, so that you have to keep in mind and that you have to understand. So what is the next thing, friends? So many times in time and work they will be asking you wages, So suppose A completed a work in 10 days and B completed a work in 15 days, and they are getting the total wages, is equals to suppose 300 rupees. Now you have to tell what is A share and you have to tell what is B share. So how much A got and how much B got. So you might get question based on that. So friends, these things are very simple. Always remember, the wages will be always based on efficiency. The person who will work more, he will be able to get more wage, and the person who will get he will work less, he will get less wages. Now we can see A can complete a work in 10 days, B can complete a work in 15 days. Take LCM or a value, so that will be 30. Now A efficiency will become 3 and B efficiency will become 2. That means the money also, see now the efficiency ratio of A and B is nothing but 3:2. That means the money also, the 300 rupees also will get distributed in the same ratio. Now if you want to calculate A share, then in front of A what is there? 3 divided by total. 3 plus 2 will be 5. So this will be 60 times. So A share will become 180 rupees. And if we'll talk about the B share, then so what is the total share? Total share is 300. So 300 minus 180, that means nothing but 120. So B share will be 120 rupees and A share will be 180 rupees. So friends, there is no limitations on the number of questions and the type of questions, but again from your side you can read this much and it will be sufficient for solving the questions of time and work in your exam. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Happy learning, keep learning. This is Pratik Srivastava here, your placement trainer. So from my side, all the best for your TCS exam.